And just like Frank Kokori, the Lagos State Governor, BabajideSanwo-Oluis, is also appealing to the organized labor to shelve the planned strike against the removal of fuel subsidy. The governor made the appeal at his second-term Inauguration Thanksgiving Service held at the Cathedral Church of Christ, Marina. He said governors are already discussing ways of mitigating effects of subsidy removal on Nigerians. Governor Sanwo-Olu asked Nigerians to show understanding and support President Bola Tinubu in his quest to chart a new path of development for the country.
It's not a time for strike. So the point is, during the campaign trail, every of our presidential candidates, 13 or 14 of them, all of them said that the first thing they're going to do is to remove the subsidy. So what has changed? What has the current president said? What has he done that is different from any of the other aspirants who have done? So, I mean, we need to be very patient. It's not even done a week, right? And so let us talk to ourselves and say that we shouldn't turn this thing political. Let's wait and support this man. He's not done a week. Let him go and reflect, and at the subnational level, we're ready to support him. So the point is not, any strike will not solve anything.
And for more on the gains and pains of subsidy removal, let's speak with the national president and Nyoma Youth Forum Worldwide, Nnamdi Ofonye, who joins us live via Zoom from Abuja. Good to have you join us. So pretty much everyone agrees that, almost everyone agrees that subsidies should be removed. But where we are now is the approach and how government should proceed. The Nigerian Labour Congress has said government has to revert to the original pump price, NNPCL rather, has to revert to the original pump price. Refineries have to be working. And then there has to be provision for increase in minimum wage before fuel subsidies should be removed. I want to get your thoughts on that and how feasible do you think that is?
Okay, thank you for having me. This issue of fuel subsidy removal and the visible objection for now by the NLC, it's not in tandem with what stakeholders of Nigerians actually want. We all believe that fuel subsidy is a cankerworm that has eaten this nation blind. During the campaigns, the 2023 election campaign, we heard all the presidential candidates, the major presidential candidates, they all agreed and they all stated clearly and openly that once they assume office, that they are going to end the subsidy regime. And eventually, immediately President Tinubu came on board, he announced the removal of subsidy. But not just that he announced it, the outgoing government did not make provision for subsidy as from the end of June. So it should be understandable. So for NLC to now begin to resist and threaten strike action is like serving a good intention at a very bad time. We all agree that subsidy removal is going to bite hard on Nigerians. But because Nigeria must survive, for us to also survive as citizens, we have come to terms that government should remove subsidy. But instead, they should begin to work out ways to ameliorate the effects, the adverse effect on the Nigerian populace. So I think the NLC should listen to the voice of reasoning and give this administration at least a breathing space. At least they should give them some time to work things out, and let's see how it goes.
Whether it's removed or not removed, both of them have adverse effects on the Nigerian populace. We know that a lot of people have said the fuel subsidy itself is a way for some people to siphon money out of the country. But what we are seeing today, there are also complications. There are also implications, rather, for the Nigerian populace. The pump price has been increased, and I think that's one of the areas where the NLC also has a challenge. While they were still on the negotiating table, there was an increase in pump price by the NNPCL. It ranges between 488 in Lagos and 550 in other parts of the country. I want to get your thought on that. They are asking for that to be reversed to the original pump price. before further negotiations can continue?
Okay, you see, this is one of the problems. One of the problems we have in this country is lack of proactive approach to critical issues. Nobody will deny the fact that since last year, the federal government has made its point clear that subsidy will be removed. Even when the 2023 budget was passed, NLC knew that the federal government did not provide for subsidy as from the end of June. Why didn't they enter into negotiation with the government? They shouldn't have waited till this very last minute before coming up to ask for negotiation. And this present administration has even gone ahead to announce that, yes, they agree that the subsidy will bite. And they have taken steps already to ameliorate the suffering by announcing or by saying that they are ready to negotiate with NLC and TUC, and they are also ready to improve the minimum wage of workers. So I wonder what other negotiation. Yes, the pump price has increased, and they've also given reason that if they do not allow marketers to sell at the new pump price, if they sell off what they have now, it will be difficult for them to raise money for the new price because it has gone up exponentially. So NLC should give a chance. Why this is running? They can say, okay, let's give you 6 months, 3 months. And if nothing happens after this period, we do not see any improvement in the workers' welfare and in the general welfare of Nigerians, then they can threaten strike action, and all Nigerians will support them. But if you look at what is going on now, yes, Nigerians have come to terms. They have agreed that, yes, subsidy has to go. They have even raised up, because if you monitor, before the official announcement of the removal of fuel subsidy, these marketers have even gone ahead to initiate artificial scarcity, thereby forcing Nigerians to buy even at exorbitant prices of what we have now. Yet Nigerians were agreed to buy it, and in most cases, after suffering for long periods of time in the queues. So now that we have fuels in the stations, you just walk in and buy, though at that high price, is something, it is an evil that we must learn to live with. And please permit me to come in to make a point now, that the National Orientation Agency has failed in its responsibilities. Because if, as at last year, when the federal government announced that they are going to remove subsidy, that the NOA went ahead to begin to sensitize and conscientize Nigerians to prepare their minds for this eventuality, there wouldn't be this kind of outcry. It wouldn't come as a shock now. But most people, while some persons are aware, most others, especially those at the grassroots, in the hinterlands, in the villages, they are not aware. But if NOA had gone ahead to begin to air jingles, organize workshops, engage Nigerians as stipulated in their official responsibility, Nigerians would have braced up before now for this eventuality, and the outcry. And
Nigerians are now aware. They are buying fuel at a higher pump price. We'll see how things play out, because the federal government is to meet with the labor side again tomorrow, we understand, and we'll see. We'll report the outcome of that meeting. Thank you so much for talking to us. The National President and Neoma Youth Forum Worldwide, Nnamdi Ofonye, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.